Yes. Got this. We got this. We got this. This is the other one. This is the other one. Shit. No. Ew. No. Yep. Hey. Do you remember the 20th day of September? Love was just mine of pretenders while chasing the clouds away. Now, oh, I was credit. It's so September. I drew up a Saturday. Yeah, I love to see it when the lyrics are so like different compared to the ultimate guitar, but I'll make it work. Sorry, mate. We got this. We got this. And as always, I'm just doing this on the whim, so have fun out there. Yo. E. That was the song, right? Why can't I play guitar? Huh. Do you remember the very time December? Down the pretender, love was chasing the clouds away. That's the word. Our hearts were ringing, and the jewels in the souls were singing. Just in the night, you tender, ran the house to the start away. Very nice. We got this. Oh, that was the chorus. Say, do you remember? Something in September. Okay. It's a cloudy day. Oh. Okay. That's a different chord. My thoughts are with you. Don't dance to see you. Oh, the love. Remember that you're here. Now December. Love was there in September. You'll remember. In the name. Tell you remember. It was a cloudy day. I got it. Say you remember. Dancing in September. It never was a cloudy day. There's one. The sun was ringing, the souls were singing. Remember every cloudy day. Do you remember? I want to get that chord or the. Hey. I got this. That was an interesting verse. Not so with you. Mm-hmm. December, you remember. In September, yeah. And never was a cloudy today. I say you remember. The dancing in September, never was a cloudy day. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Well, I was about to hit the high notes. Sorry about that. Jeez. Hello, hello, hello. With the audacity of definitely not time. I am here. We are here to welcome you. Hello. Hello. And there's essentially probably gonna be noise in the background. But for this weekend, I figured we can just make it happen. It has been an interesting one. Thank you. Interesting one. And while that's always fun to hear Wonderwall walking up. Give one more. There he goes. One more. Well, it's always an interesting one to kind of process everything. You gotta get all the information, you gotta feel it, you gotta think about it. And yes, there will be that initial shock, that vibe that will get you tickled in an interesting way. It's just the way it works. Demo. It's always important to take a step back, think about it, and really get an understanding of what's going on and why you feel that way and why things just aren't adding up. So today, ladies and gentlemen, otros, it's your boys, Kami Stitch and EXP 66 here on an awesome Sunday fun day. It's September 15, 2024. And if you if you couldn't tell by the awful rendition of September by Earth, Wind, and Fire, yes, we are getting closer and closer to the 21st. I did the math, and I don't think I would have made it. Yeah, the 23rd. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we'll come back around. Maybe that I just messed up. But maybe I did math wrong, and we all get math wrong sometimes. What 6 plus 7 would be 2. Yeah, because it'd be 22nd. Yeah, okay, yeah. So 7 days from now. Yeah, yep. We made it just in time. That's just in time for us to get us ready for the 22nd as it comes for us. Oh. So that being said, good. I wish you later. Your boy says, hasta la vista. Y nos vemos later on today. So, yeah. With that being said, thank you for joining. It's been a interesting week, like I've mentioned, but it's also been something to reflect on, which is always great. You need those seconds of thought to just kind of be like, yo, what's up? What's going on? Thanks, Blondie. And with that, we're going to jump right into some of this week's news. Again, we are using this RTX facial thingy-majiggy, so I don't know what happens to the kid, but so I. Hopefully, it doesn't look too scrunchy, as it is an interesting angle that we use these, that we record these on. So, all moments are appreciated, and all contributions to this are appreciated. Just like Anime News Network with Christian Hodkins. Our first story starts in. Whew, God. Transformers Trigger collab video is available up wide. This is something that has been hitting the internet. I don't really necessarily know what was the video unavailable. Not really unavailable in the country because it's very, very under wraps, right? We got a collaboration of Transformers with Muffled Chicken, which is one of the most. I like them a lot. They made their splash with me when what's it called Blood Blockade Battlefield came out in the 2013, 2017, and dude, their just opening of Hello World was freaking fire. And from there, just kind of kept on growing. They did a collab with Miku, so that's huge in its own right. And from there, yeah, they got stuff going on. Now they got a collaboration with Transformers. Can you believe it? It's more than meets your eye. So with that, we're just kind of checking out, seeing what's going on here. I think we're okay with this. Nothing potatoes gonna pop up, right? Transformers. There we go. I'm not gonna hear it, but it should be there. What can I do for this? I should look at this awesome little peak cinema, years worth. Transformers have been a blessing. It's 3 minutes? Oh shit, that's a big one. Maybe we can make it work. That's my TV. So you can hear Bubble Chicken. Oh no, Bubble Chicken doing a very cool band song. And we have that voice, right? They got that solid, awesome voice. Holy cool. Today, grind. No, right now, Beetle. Cyberwolf, Cody. So, it's kind of crazy to think that originally Transformers popped up as a anime, right? Because the original cartoon was essentially anime, but obviously it was used to sell toys, which is how we kind of just got all those massive characters all popping up everywhere. And that's pretty dope. That's pretty fucking cool. Wait, is this a new anime? No way, Transformers anime. That's cool. So, yeah. Oh, they combine it. There's like some nice context. I just saw the dragon. But so the animation is cool, and you got Trigger doing the Trigger thing. You got Bumblebee, hey yo. That's a lot of fun. There's that shot. There's that fucking stuff. Good job. Cool. So cool. That's definitely Trigger. You know, that's that. Flashiness. Oh, the apes are playing. rest in peace to the homie. No, he's still alive. I'm fine. No, wait. It's just all happened so fast. I think he might be dead. Yeah, yeah, he did pass away. Yeah, but we made that happen. I'll share with the voice actor. There we go. There goes that prime. Ooh, Tommy Company. And that's it, man. That's what I'm talking about. So the little cute little collaboration, IG, production, HD, Studio Color, Sky, Madhouse in there. You got a T2, you got a couple of heavy hitters in there. So obviously not a single collaboration, but Chicken by Mayday, from Chicken Toys Factory. Very cool. Trigger. There you go, big kids. Trigger. All right, that is very cool. I enjoyed that thoroughly. Thank you, TV, for being loud. We'll put that away. Okay, gotcha. Well, that was a lot to take in. That really was. But yeah, it's crazy to think about how years of work and just kind of a vision, right? Even if it wasn't a vision, just the idea of like, listen, we don't fucking know what all these robots are gonna be in the future, but let's just have fun. Let's just put them out there. Let's make sure designs. Obviously, they made money off of that, so they kind of maybe went a little too hard on it. But damn, we are where we are because of Transformers, and I respect that as one of the original like collaborations between America and Japan, in my opinion. We'll have to wait and see how that history checks out. So here we go. Again, by our homie Crystalline Hodgkins. Woo! Animation Studio Trigger and Takara Tomy teased its 40th anniversary commemorative video project last month between Trigger and Transformers franchise for the latter 40th anniversary. And when though it was stated from the outset that it would be 40th anniversary commemoration promotional video, that didn't stop fans from hoping for a full-fledged Transformers anime from Trigger. It's just a video, they said. Full Transformers 40th anniversary special movie that fans had high hopes, but with one caveat: the video is only available in Japan unless you go to Twitter. Yes, Twitter. Kira Amiya, who directed SSS Gridman and SS Dynamo Anime, the new ones as well seen, was a director, storyboarder, and an animation director for a short video. This 3:49 video uses Bump Chicken's 2007 song Mayday. Okay, so it was a pre-written song, not an original song. Interesting. A version of the video is not available region-free on any official X Twitter accounts either. Studio Trigger and Bonchico have both posted screenshots from the video, however. We just saw it. Trigger! Yes, sir. Official Transformers Extra account even posted about the video in English, but then linked to the region-locked video. Interesting. Many fans of the franchise were looking forward to this collaboration between Transformers and Studio Trigger, so it's a shame that the video is only available in Japan. Here's hoping the video gets an official release in the near future. So, when we get copyrighted, you know what happened there, but that's a good thing to touch upon. Isn't it kind of shitty that this huge collaboration that the fans are supposed to enjoy can't fucking enjoy because stupid ass bullshit fucking copyrighted that has been implemented after years of assholeness? Yes. That's pretty fucking shitty. So, thank God we saw it here, huh? Yosh. Moving on. We gotta love the collaborations between America and Japan. It's weird right now because the yen is a no bueno. So, essentially, what is Japan working for? We'll get into that later. For right now, Sudas51 says everyone pays too much attention to Metacritic scores and forces games into a formula, quote-unquote formula. Touche. Quote, if you got a game that doesn't fit into that formula, that marketability scope, it loses points on Metacritic. This is by Michael Kripe, over at IGN. No More Heroes developer got Goichi Suda, Goichi 51, Goichi. It's really not that hard. It literally means 5 and 1, Suda, thanks. And it's his name apparently, so we gotta respect it, I guess. Believes the gaming community cares too much about review. And then in Japan, you say the first name after. So in America, you would read it Goichi Suda, because we're weird like that. Well, I guess technically they're unique like that, but they came first, so they take the cake. Believes the gaming community cares too much about review scores on sites like Metacritic. Grasshopper manufacturer CEO opened up his grievance history in an interview with GameIndustry.biz conducted with him and Resident Evil creator Shinji Mikami. Suda explains he's concerned that game creation is becoming formulaic as a result of desires to reach higher scores, adding that many companies might not be interested in projects that don't fit in that formula. Okay, we'll talk about that. I think I can get it with keep driving it. Everybody pays too much attention and cares too much about the Metacritic scores, he said. It's gotten to the point where there's almost a set formula. If you want to get a high Metacritic score, this is how you make the game. So we continue. Quote, if you have the game that doesn't fit into the formula, that marketability scope, it loses points on the Metacritic. The bigger companies might not want to deal with that kind of thing. That might not be the main reason, but there's certainly one reason why. Everyone cares too much about the numbers. Suda clarifies that the first and foremost, what matters is creating games and the team that wants to release, and the fans that they make for them. While he tries not to care much about Metacritic numbers himself, he occasionally falls into the trap of checking scores for some of Grasshopper's projects. Suda references moments of where outlets have given us zeros, saying they are specifically bothersome. That makes me feel shitty. Quote, why go that far and give us a zero? He said with a laugh. But apart from that, I try to avoid Metacritic. Fair enough. I should review Metacritic games of all time. Alright, so let's get some lineups. Tony Hawk based. So is it StarCraft or Perfect Dark? I don't know. That's Grand Theft Auto, Liberty City Stories, Grand Theft Auto 5, Halo probably number 2 or 3, if I know. Ooh, Mikami says that unique gaming. Oh, my back, nice. Says unique gaming experiences are still there to be found for those looking for them. However, feels it is a big budget games that receive the most marketing support. The kind of games that get the most marketing support are the ones that need to appeal to broaden as audiences are possible. As broad an audiences possible, he said. The more unique games don't usually have the same marketability. Another Grasshopper news, the developer announced in October 2021 that it had been acquired by NetEase Games. At the time, Suda promised that the move would allow the team to deliver, quote, even more powerful and creative titles to their fans. It released No More Heroes 3 for Nintendo Switch that same year. More recently, Grasshopper launched a remastered titled Lollipop Chainsaw Repop just yesterday for PC, Nintendo Switch, PS5, and Xbox Series X. So it looks as a future fans will be happy to know that Suda and Mikami will have expressed interest in continuing the Killer 7 series in some form. Cool. Interesting. So what does this mean? Thinking from a Japanesey mindset perspective, right? This is a Japanese man with Japanese companies and business formulated into his brain. Well, I think what he's trying to say is how I'm taking it, right? It's just an opinion. Is when Final Fantasy 16 came out with that you hold R1 and press X to use a special attack, you hold L1 and square to use a special attack. And then when who's next? There's one more. There was one more. But in between that, there was another one that did the same thing-ish, and then Spider-Man 2 came out, and it did the same thing. And they were all kind of like Sony titles, right? And at the moment, I said, oh, it's kind of cool that the studios are learning from themselves. Horizon, I'm pretty sure it was Horizon. Learning from themselves, so then it was Horizon, then it was Final Fantasy, and then Spider-Man did it. And so it's like, oh, so they're kind of like influencing themselves to kind of learn from each other and blah, 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 blah. And yes, while that is true, after a while, it does make sense that they start feeling a bit samey. And the one that really knocked me over was Spider-Man 2. Because while I understand adding these cool little attacks in between the standard square, triangle, swing, blah, blah, blah punches, it really felt weird to add that to a Spider-Man game. It felt like, why is Final Fantasy in Spider-Man? So, while in a way it did make the game better, it just felt like a copy. Like the homies were copying each other's homework in the back. And everybody got B+. not A's. I think. I don't know what Spider-Man got. So, if that's what the homie's talking about, I think that kind of makes sense. It checks out. Obviously, people are going to see each other and try to copy certain aspects, whether that be a positive thing or a negative thing, or something that doesn't make sense, right? My brain keeps on thinking to Twister, where in the movie they have basically the robots that read the speed of the twisters, and the rival company that's just in it for the money, who has unlimited resources or whatever, designs the same product, but the form factor, the shape, the circular form that allows a ball to float in air is not as apparent on a square. And because to not get copyrighted, they went with a different shape, not understanding why the object exists the way the creator intended it to exist. And that's what gets me about these things. So, whether they keep on going forward with more interesting visions that we can learn from each other, or whether we give up and we say 88 is good enough, it's a B plus. Our parents are gonna give us extra money for freaking allowance. Who the fuck gets an allowance? Extra money for getting good grades, and we can copy off this, so we can all buy the same Halo 3 game. So let's see where that goes in the future. Suda, Godspeed. You are a man who has a unique mindset, and I respect that. Woo! But you know who doesn't have a unique mindset? Warner Brothers boss says it has the quote best cookies. Talks about milking them like a little bit. What? CEO David Sala comments on the future of Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Superman, and more. I do like a good Oreo. Another butters are the shit. Eddie McCooch over at GameSpot. Warner Brothers Discovery CEO has commented about the future of the company's business, saying it believes the biggest franchises are, quote, underutilized. That is actually one of the firm's biggest growth opportunities. He made his point using an analogy about cookies, during a speech at the Goldman Sachs Communicopia Plus Technology event. He singled out franchises like Harry Potter, DC franchises like Superman, Batman, and Joker. You're gonna be the fucking badass superhero Joker. You hear that shit? Along with the fantasies franchise Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings. He said these are franchises people around the world would know and spend time and money on if they are deployed correctly. Quote, the good news for us is it's underused. We haven't done a Superman in 14 years. No, Man of Steel was released in 2013 and Batman v Superman came out in 2016. Fucking stupid ass. Alright, that's 30 years in his brain. 30 years. I'm just kidding. Fair enough, 12 years. Alright, cool. We haven't done Lord of the Rings in a decade. We haven't done Harry Potter in 12 years. No, Fantastic Beasts set out in the Harry Potter universe came out in 2022. It's off said. It says if we have the best cookie, but we haven't been able to get it on the shelves yet. We might have the best cookie, but if you go to that grocery store and it's not on the shelf, you can't create the value out of it. Okay. Create value. Alright. He's right. There's a reason I don't sell my tacos for $5. The Lord of the Rings live action series is set to return in 2026 with a film tentatively titled The Hunt for Golem. which brings back Andy Serkis to direct, with Peter Jackson, Fran Walsh, and Philippa Boyens. The architects of the Oscar-winning trilogy signed on as executive producers. Ian McKellen, who played Gandalf in the earlier film trilogies, said he would return, while Viggo Mortensen, Aragorn, and Orlando Bloom, Legolas, have expressed interest in coming back. As for Harry Potter, a new TV series is on the way that retells the story of all 7 books, and an open casting call for Harry, Ron, and Hermione just began this week. Zaslav said if the show is a success, it could lead to decades worth of new content for Max. And then the Superman new DC show's boss James Gunn recently wrapped production on Superman, which stars David Corswet, as a titular Man of Steel. The film is due out in July 2025, and hopes are high for it to be a success and potentially lead to sequels and spin-offs. To exemplary from Zaslav's cookie comment, some might see this as an attempt to, quote, milk some of the WPD's biggest franchises. The process hasn't gone over well for some other big companies. From the sound of it, it seems Zaslav is keen to try to create a Marvel Star Wars kind of situation, where the releases in major franchises come out in regular cadence. Disney, which owns those franchises, later owned up to oversaturating the market with content, and is scaling back to a, quote, less is more approach. Duh. None of this should be a surprise though, as Zaslav has spoken time and time, again focusing on franchises to make money. His comments today are in line with that way of thinking, thank the king. Zaslav's went on to say, not you Zaslav. Why not to say Warner Brothers Discovery is the greatest creative storytelling company in the world, and he feels confident about the future because the best content wins. Excuse me, sir. You're here with Junji Ito. Cool. At our core, we're just a storytelling company. That's all we are. Ryuki 7. Pointing out that Ryuki. Anyways, pointed out that some of the company's competitors are in other businesses like retail mobile phones. But Warner Bros. Director Zaslav said is first and foremost a storytelling company. Storytelling is the only business we're in. We do it at CNN. We do it at HBO and Max. We do it at Warner Brothers Television. We do it free to air. We do it with our programming around sport. We tell stories. It gives us a real focus, he says. Nice. Zaslav became CEO of Warner Bros. Discovery when Warner Bros. And Discovery merged in 2022. Since he joined the company, Warner Bros. Discovery made a number of drastic moves to cut costs, including scuttling nearly finished items like Batgirl, Coyote versus Acme. Coyote versus Acme, that would have been dope. And mass layoffs. I wouldn't have seen it because I don't want to pay for HBO Max, but you know, mass layoffs. Interesting. Milk and cookies, huh? Reminds me of Baby Daddy, My Baby's Daddy. If anyone's seen that movie, you're a real one. Real G's. No, that movie. Yeah. So yeah, man, we just have another CEO doing like, hey, we can make more money, which is true. Of course, you can always fucking make more money. But it's how you make the money or how you present yourself that really kind of sucks. Because obviously we got a guy who's like, oh yeah, we got cookies. Milk the cookies. And what bothers me the most is you can't create value out of it. Because it's like, we'll get into it later. It builds up, right? But it's again this whole idea of like, consumers used to get a benefit out of production, and like it was a genuine like symbiosis almost of like, oh shit, we need a portable fire source, and we invented a grill, and then they're like, ah, shit, we need a impressive portable fire source for my family so I can grill these burgers in style. And we made a fancy ass grill, and that was cool. That's great. That's the good shit right there. But where's the fine line, you know? Where do we go too far? Where we have a fucking grill that flips burgers by itself, or I don't know. I really don't got a next level thought process for that. You either make a robot that does the burgers for you, or you make a grill that you can really just make an oven grill that just cooks it in a timer setting. But yeah, man, how far is too far, and when does the market become oversaturated? Not because we don't have, not because there's an influx of product, but because there's an influx of trash within the product. That's when we can't really accept certain lines, and it gets weird. So, so yeah, it's kind of different out there, man. We're just gonna have to keep an eye on it, and well, something that I've learned this year is just kind of keeping an eye on like companies, because it really should be the idea of we create things because we, not because we deserve it, but because we need it. Not the products that we deserve, but the ones that we need. You know what I mean? So, we'll have to wait and see. But until then, let's talk about McDonald's and Genshin Impact's collaboration that fans will be loving. How do we make more money? Related to food. Simply put, food. One billionaire company. How do I make more money? Almost like a Happy Meal for adults. Probably will go though, I'm not gonna lie. McDonald's is well known for collaborations with children's properties. For their Happy Meal sets, rare are those collaborations geared for adults, but now the fast food chain is planning one massive pop. Oh, that's 2 days. Massive popular video game, Genshin Impact. The McDonald's X, formerly Twitter, account, Twitter, announced a collaboration with Genshin Impact on December 11th. The company stated that fans who order through the McDonald's app will receive in-game rewards. Okay, in order to get rewards. The Genshin Impact YouTube channel also released a short video announcing collaboration the same day. Wow. The commercial features Genshin Impact characters Kadehira, Kazuka, and Beidou. What the fuck is Beidou? Ordering the special Genshin Impact? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the original. Ordering the special menu off the McDonald's app ends by showing some exclusive in-game rewards. Yeah, TV. Well, we do this thing. It's exclusive voiced by the account and press release by Hoyo vs. North America offers more details. Genshin Impact X McDonald's collaboration launched in the US on September 6th. Technical information and the purpose of the collaboration props exclusive to game rewards and more details about the event rules. Thanks, man. Anyways, according to the press release, the Genshin Impact. So easy. According to the press release, Genshin Impact collaboration will run from September 7th to September 29th through the McDonald's app. During collaboration, fans can earn unique and in-game rewards and purchase of Genshin Impact Apple Pie. Genshin Impact Deluxe McCrispy Meal. The rewards will include Primo Games, Golden Apple Pastry, Special Wind Glider, and exclusive name card. Okay? Damn. Genshin Impact McDonald's exclusive rewards available on McDonald's app. Dude, we get over 12 days of this in the US. Genshin Impact Apple Pie Box will feature two deluxe characters, Kazuhara, Kuzura, and Beidou, and Genshin Impact Delivered Deluxe McCrispy Meal. Feature deluxe McCrispy fries with the Genshin Impact Apple Pie and a drink. Both menu items come separate rewards. Apple Pie's rewards include items such as 40 free runs, 30 exclusive pastries, and a golden apple pastry recipe. Cute. Deluxe McCrispy will feature wings of delicacies, a wing glider, exclusive collaboration, crispy and sweet name card. This appears to be a fun low collaboration for Genshin band, the same way as a recent KFC and UMA Musume collaboration. Of course, there are some restrictions and fine print with the Genshin Impact collaboration. Chief line, the campaign exclusives are valid for one per apple pie or Genshin meal purchase at participating McDonald's for a limited time. Fans must opt in to email and rewards before purchases. Now, if only it came with a physical toy, then the collab would be complete adult Happy Meal. Interesting, right? So again, question: how do we make more money? As a fucking one of the biggest generating live service games, aside from what, Fortnite, How the fuck do we make more money, they say. And yeah, it's an obvious answer. Food. Food is essentially life. Low key, it's kind of why I got into culinary in the first place, but it wasn't to extort people. It was just because I enjoyed creating something that would give back. And this is fun. This is cool. I'm not saying anything terrible about it. It's an apple pie with a Genshin Impact code, and that's pretty damn cool, you know. But yeah, it's just an interesting concept because like, what is the end goal on both ends? And I'm not saying that in a negative term. I'm just asking. McDonald's, one of the most notorious meal systems out there, gets a kick out of advertising Genshin Impact and creating these boxes and generating sales of apple pies. Specifically, apple pies. Why? Maybe because they're out of what's it call it, expiration date. But you know, either way, it's kind of a genius move on their part. Respect, and scary ass respect. Genshin Impact, on the other hand, is a almost like McDonald's constantly generating revenue with their gotchas and their games and always creating new things and they're always adding new stuff, which is something that can't be overlooked in terms of like the give back. Like we give you this, you give us that. Quid pro quo. And so it's fair on them and then they get together and they're gonna impact each other's notoriety by just selling as a team. I'm okay with that. I feel like after I don't know I don't know what the secret like backdoorsy things are yet for something like this. It's all new territory and it's just crazy to think that China. China now is interacting with our U.S. market share. So maybe that's kind of the question that we should be asking, and not in a terrible universe way, but how will this affect in the long run if assumedly Genshin is paying McDonald's for this collaboration? So China is giving America money to sell apple pies, and that's where the flags start going up. But hey, for now, enjoy yourselves. I don't mind this. This is kind of cool. Uh, at the end of the day, you know, Happy Meal was invented to get kids into stores so they would drag their parents into stores and buy something as well. And now we realize that we don't necessarily have to sell to the parents. We can just sell to the middle-aged person who's not necessarily a parent, but it has their own income and is being taxed for this anyways. So that's kind of where we're at. And again, it's not a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I will definitely probably go try one of these. I just have to remember that it exists. And that will be a success for McDonald's and Kenshin Impact's campaign. So, wow, it's very impressive. Vtubers are next. Damn it, scary. All right, moving on to something that might be a little bit more controversial. Unity. Remember that asshole who decided to charge you to create a game? Yeah, it's by Zach Swain over at Kotaku. Unity is canceling its controversial runtime fee and returning to a more traditional subscription model for its popular video game engine used by small and big developers worldwide. However, the price of some subscription plans will increase next year. Oh shit. A year ago, in September 2023, Unity announced a seismic change to how it charged developers to use its engine. Once a game was downloaded, Since the game was downloaded a certain number of times, it had made a specific amount of money. Unity would start charging developers a runtime fee every single time someone installed any game developed using Unity, like Pokemon Go or Cuphead. Many small devs and creators criticized this decision, claimed it would lead to developers abandoning the engine to avoid paying thousands of dollars in install fees. This could have led to game delays, and there was even a fear that some devs might remove older games from sale, preventing players from reinstalling them in order to avoid the runtime fees. All this was a giant mess that eventually led to Unity, particularly walking back some of these decisions. A week later, it also led to Unity CEO retiring and another exec resigning. And now, after all that, the company is fully ditching its install fees completely. Well, on Thursday, in a blog post on Unity's website, CEO Matthew Baumberg announced that the news will that, effective immediately, the company is removing all runtime fee engines free from the engine. Quote, I've been able to connect with many of you over the last 3 months, and I've heard time and time again that you want a strong Unity. I understand that price increases are a necessary part what enables us to invest in moving gaming forward. But those increases need to come at a novel and controversial new form, said Brownberg. Unity reveals price increases for some plans. So, runtime fees are gone, and Unity will return to the subscription. Look at this guy. Gone. Unity returned to the subscription model. Bromberg confirmed that the Unity personal license. I have a mouse. Will remain free until the game brings in over 200,000 in revenue funding. Meanwhile, starting in January 2025, Unity Pro subscriptions will increase by 8% and cost $2,200 a year. Okay. Unity Enterprise will also see the price increase with 25%. Jesus. Unity Personal will remain free, with the revenue funding ceiling increased from 100,000 to 200,000, giving developers more flexibility before it's subjected to Unity's fees. And made with Unity, Splash Screen will be optional for games developed by Unity 6 to set launch later this year. Starting January 1st, 2025, Unity Pro will see an 8% price increase, raising the annual subscription fee to $20 per seat. Unity Enterprise will experience a 25% increase with the new minimum subscription requirements for all customers generating over $25 million in annual revenue. These changes will apply to all new and existing subscriptions from that day. Because these licenses involve major companies, prices can vary based on different packages. Bromberg stressed in his blog post that Unity will continue to increase prices as it needs to, but will only do so annually if you leave subscriptions fees going up. It won't try to squeeze pennies out of every developer using the engine based on how many times people can install your game. Canceling the runtime fee for games and instituting price changes will allow us to continue investing in improved game development for everybody while also being better partners, quote, end quote, said Bromberg. Cool. Thank you all for your trust and continued support. We will look forward to many more years of making great games together, end quote. Okay. So, someone understanding that it was a bad move fired the CEO, and obviously going back and raising the prices, which is probably what they would have done in the beginning, just that the CEO made the choice to do that other move instead, because it would probably give him more money in the short term, but obviously in the long term, it was terrible for the business. So, things to take note of, pretty much. But, what does this mean? Video games can still be created cheaper, or they raise the prices and it makes video games more expensive as it quote unquote is going. It's not their fault. But I guess flexibility is a good thing, and if this adds more creative outlets for video games that look great and all that, then I guess we can give it a shot. So why not give it a shot? So hoping that comes out and that works out, and people are gonna have to, Unity is gonna have to really try to win the people back over, because it's not gonna be easy just to go back on your word after something like this. It's gonna have to really prove that this is what they need, that they don't want it, they need it. It's something that they need to re-implement and need to do for the betterment of the development of the development universe, it's for the video game landscape, and just help everybody out a little bit, just a little bit. So hopefully that is good news. Hopefully that means Tony Hawk confirms he and Activision are working on something. It's like Zach Swain, Kotaku, chillin'. It's been about 4 years since Tony Hawk's Pro Skater launched. Activision has closed the studio behind the last THPS and seemed uninterested in making more, but legendary skateboarder Tony Hawk himself has confirmed he's working with the publisher again on something that THPS fans will appreciate. Very nice. Alright, the last Tony Hawk game was 2020's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2, which was a well-received remake of the first 2 games of the series. A lot of people, myself included, were excited about a potential follow-up that would remake THP 3 and THP 4. However, that never happened. Even though Hawk says it was planned out at one point, Activision reportedly was more interested in Call of Duty than skateboarding. But the 25th anniversary of Pro Skater grows closer. Hawk confirmed something THPS related is coming. During an interview with Mythical Kitchen, Tony Hawk was asked about the future of the franchise.
Wix gives you...
Nope. He said he couldn't share any details. I wish I could tell you more, said Hawk. But what I can tell you is I've been talking to Activision again, which is insanely exciting. We're working on something. This is the first time I've said that publicly. When asked if the project would involve contact lenses, what that would let you play Tony Pro Skater, Hawk confirmed, won't be that. So at least we know that it won't be a VR skating game powered by contact lenses. Cool. But I think that's something that fans will truly appreciate, said Hawk. Does that mean it'll be something that fans... does it mean that someone at Activision finally realized that canceling THPS 3+4 was a silly idea? Maybe. Or perhaps Tony Hawk's Underground is due for a remake, let's go baby. Or maybe something brand new. That would also be cool too. And related to the future Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, the famous skateboarder shared a story of a mom walking up to him in Las Vegas and proclaiming, "Hey, my son thinks you're named after a video game." Tony Hawk simply replied, "That works for me." Alright, well, interesting news. Tony Hawk, one of the cool games out there. I do like. If they're finally easing up from the Call of Duty train, Activision that is, and going like, hey, we got the money, we got space, let's make a Tony Hawk game, that would be pretty cool. But then you also got to think that it's a game being published by Xbox at this point. And do they keep on playing nice with the PlayStation Station after news like this? We'll have to wait and see. I think they will, if Xbox releases a box. And I have to imagine that they have things planned out for that. But hey, don't even know. Kick flipping over to something different. Woo! Chaperone! It's not really my area of expertise, but music is cool, right? I respect music. And I know a friend who knows. Chaperone toned the VMS into a Elden Ring cutscene. The rising star performed Good Luck Babe in a full set of armor, with the Evening Fantasy fan was living, and every fantasy fan was living. Okay. Chaperone, your favorite artist's favorite artist. What the fuck? I thought that was the oh shit, they don't even exist anymore. The oh fuck, I'm blanking out her name. The Wiz? No, shit, The Wizard. Oh man, I'm blanking out her name. It's a really old school band. I'll go back to you. The Mints? No. Huh. Anyways, your favorite artist came out under fire for canceling tour dates to rehearse for the 2024 Beauty Music Awards that took place on December 11th on the USB Arena in Elmont, New York. Fans were rightfully disappointed, but after seeing the hot-to-go singer get on stage dressed in a full suit of armor, the light set on fire with a crossbow, Grohl canceled whatever shows they need to. This is by Kenneth Shepard, still in Kotaku. Still saying, Rowan's medieval fantasy themed performance was an inspired choice, one meant to pay homage to French historical figure Joan of Arc. Likely legendary singer-songwriter. Songwriter Kate Bush from lighting set on fire, dancers dressed in full sets of armor. Rowan and her crew were serving. The mic was on, vocals were top tier, and sword fighting choreography was credible to watch with a fiery backdrop. What are you doing there? Saw someone do that one before. I know, it's pretty intense. She's doing her thing. Okay, so let's talk about this. Very interesting. Has she ever shown any interest in Elden Ring? Like, before any of that? She's doing her thing. She took 2 days to learn how to shoot that. Thank you very much. Well, that is pretty badass. Alright. She's doing her thing, man. Is that... She's doing her thing. She's chapping on the round. Oh, man. Alright, here we go. Fans were shook, but seeing Roan armor-clad and wielding bow and sword naturally invited comparisons to various fantasy games like Elden Ring, Baldur's Gate, Dragon Age. Aside of video games and plenty of Dungeons and Dragons fans compared to classics like Paladin, and artists immediately picked up to draw pens of Roan's fantasy persona in their own styles. Roan was clearly going for a theme for the event. She also dressed in a Joan of the Arc-inspired outfit on the red carpet and gorgeous red and white gown. Complete with armored cuffs, sword in hand, everyone who has ever been a fan of a fantasy game, TV, book, show, or movie had a joke in the chamber or a piece of their hearts. Here are some of the best reactions to Roan's VMA's performance. Roan burning down the castle like had a sexual fantasy-filled fairy tale dream while singing about compact. Iconic. Interesting. She's doing her thing. I've never actually seen her, so she just reminds me of something. American Burn are about to convert solos. Red, Jared, name's it. I told my kids that this was my lane, Blade of Miquelia. Damn. Something quick. Something quick. Me after 6 hours of Baldur's Gate 3 creation stream. Every gay D&D bitch's new paladin face claim for the next 3 to 4 to 5 years. There you go. She's a literal oath of deviation paladin, like, okay. Angel and devil on my shoulders if they slayed. Chaperone has always been about that lesbian with swords aesthetic from 2020. Roan of Arc, I am possessed to be Roan of Arc. Say that shit again. Chapelle Doodles. What? Moggy? I got you, boo. Speed paint. Hunter. Take note, game developers. This is female armor done right. Is it really? Interesting. I still saw a couple of things. Finished version of Chaperone illustration arc. Anyway, streamed Rise and Fall of a Midwest princess. Ah, Rise and Fall of Midwest. Interesting. Alright. Well, Chaperone, the kid who's been taking the world by storm. Interesting. Kid is worth. There they go, there they go. She's going definitely for that. Oh, she definitely need to practice for that. Smart. Give her one more go. She's doing her thing. Sheesh. Ow. That's how you know. Alright. She's almost on here. Well, okay. So, where does this come from? Like real talk, is this just, has she ever expressed any interest in video games, medieval? Oh sure, Joan of the Arc, she's kind of into that, is what she's saying. But like, these things, fuck you too. Fuck you too. Fuck you too. Little fucker. Alright, cool. Jesus. That was an interesting change in audio balance. Who the fuck audio balanced that? Anyways. Chaperone. She's an interesting one. Yeah, I don't know. We're just seeing the changing of times, you know. Superheroes, anime, and coming to now with medieval fantasy. Are we back into fantasy again? That's fine. If this comes from her brain and she's like, yo dog, you know what'd be sick? Let's do some medieval shit. And yeah, that's cool. I like that. But if it comes from like some weird producer who's like, oh, medieval shit is up right now, let's go do medieval shit, then yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So I'm not gonna claim anything. I don't know this girl. She's cool. She does her songs. I know 3 of her songs. I've heard them be sang before. They're nice. and actually did a gym workout to one of them. But you know, it's like it's like seeing what's her face, that one chick in Call of Duty running around with a gun. Minaj? No, it's not Minaj. It was the other one. Anyways, doesn't matter. Like, is she Call of Duty fan 5078, or is that just something to like get, you know? Where is the line? Where is the line? Anyways, have fun out there. It was still a nice production, though. I respect it. It looked pretty damn good. Oh, who the fuck is singing? Microsoft promises no games canceled amid 650. More Xbox jobs cut by Ethan Gach, Kotaku. It's the second mass layoff since the giant tech acquired Activision Blizzard for $69 billion. Yep, they did. Microsoft is laying off another 650 employees from Xbox Gaming Division. The company announced in an overnight company-wide memo. Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer stressed that no new games were being cancelled or studio closed as a result of the latest round cuts. Executives wrote a memo, text reported on by Files. The layoffs were part of ongoing integration with Activision Blizzard, publisher of Call of Duty and other massive franchises, which Microsoft acquired for $69 billion last October after a lengthy regulatory fight. The 650 roles cut are mostly corporate and supporting functions, according to Spencer. Quote, separately, as part of running business, there are some impacts to other teams as they adapt to shifting priorities and manage the life cycle and performance of games. Executive who has overseen a years-long acquisition spree of game studios and publishers, wrote, sorry, that was literally clearing my throat, that didn't mean anything. Wrote, no games, devices, or experiences are being cancelled, and no studios are being closed as part of these adjustments today. In contrast, that 1,900 layoffs announced at the beginning of the year, which saw deep cuts to game development staff across various studios, including Constellation, unannounced fantasy survival crafting game at Blizzard. Then in May, Microsoft revealed that Hi-Fi Rush maker Tango Gameworks and Prey maker Arcane Austin, as well as two other teams under the Bethesda umbrella, would be shut down. Tango Gameworks was recently resurrected by South Korean game publisher Krafton. There has been increased pressure on Xbox division within Xbox to be more profitable following the long costly acquisition of Activision Blizzard, which is set to release Call of Duty Black Ops 6 next month. We run the business, Spencer said in an interview last month. It's definitely true inside of Microsoft. The bar is high for us in terms of the delivery. We have to give back to the company because we get a level of support from the company that's just amazing, and what we're able to do, end quote. Investors. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing I can say that like makes this okay, right? We've known from the beginning. We've known from the fucking beginning. We try to stop it with the fucking cell and the court, and it doesn't matter. Fucking people pay up the ass to get their fucking jobs and laws passed, and when you have an American corporation who's in bed with all the fucking politicians, people who make the laws, then what are they really fucking regulating? You know, so it's stupid, man. None of this comes as a concern. What should be concerning is that all these people who give a shit about doing stuff are getting fired. If it is just the CEOs or the corporate ladder that's being shaved down, that's a good place to start. But it's just doesn't matter what you do, I guess. It's really stupid to be at the mercy of these companies. Not because they earned this, but because they bought their way through things. And that's just the way things have been, are. And that's just something that can't change from a lower position, a base position. So what we lose we might not ever even know. Just we might not ever even understand how much we are losing today. It doesn't really add to any positives in terms of why we're doing this. But we'll just have to see, man. It's gonna be a place for us to figure out what we really want, what we need, what is it gonna take to either change directions or if we're gonna keep on supporting these decisions in any way that we can, and that because we don't have much of a say besides the dollar signs in our wallets. All right, so with that one. Speaking of these guys, Annapurna's interactive gaming team has resigned. News broke yesterday that the staff of Annapurna's gaming division has resigned. According to Bloomberg, the resignations were over Annapurna's interactive negotiations with founder Megan Elson regarding the company spinning off on its own. Parent company Annapurna Pictures is a media company that also produces film and television. The gaming division is a publishing house that has published several hit games, including Stray and Outer Wilds. According to Ellison, all existing contracts to publish upcoming games will still be honored. In other news, Pot War developer Pocket Bear is considering taking its hit survival monster, raising game free to play. The game currently sells around $30 USD on Windows and Xbox, and are also available on Game Pass, but could follow a free to play model. This follows several high profile live service games flops, including Sony's Concord and Xbox Studios' Redfall, both of which required to be purchased in addition to microtransactions. And finally, the PS5 Pro Edition could be a surprise hit, despite its high price. This conjecture is based on recent sales of the PS5 disc drive attachment, originally meant for the PS5 Slim model, but confirmed to work with the Pro Edition. Apparently, the attachment is sold on Amazon. Stock is reportedly running low on other retailers like Best Buy. I got me. So, alright. Low ball music offer. Damn son. So, with that. No. Yeah. I thought I had fun. We can jump in or we can start. Alright, we'll do this. Alright. Might as well. We're already here. Well, yeah. Alright, here we go. I don't know where to go here. Alright, we're already here. Got it. Yosh. Go. Bam. So what we have here. A team just takes off. And I don't really understand what happened per se. Not that guy yet. But so we're saying that because the owner of Annapurna, the movie franchise, didn't want to let the game development side separate from the company, therefore giving them their own revenue, therefore allowing them to be their own company, right? Their own working force. And because the owner of the name, the publishing company, didn't want that to happen, everybody on the team, and I do mean everybody, quit. Wake up. Yep, and so that is incredible for two reasons. One, your whole fucking studio took off if I was working in a kitchen and then all the kitchen workers were like, you know what? Fuck this. We don't get paid enough. And this $500 tomahawk steak can go fuck itself. Walks out. Well, depending on how big your kitchen was or how big your restaurant was, I would assume you'd have to close down. Like, there is no return from that. There is no redo button. There is no getting all those ingredients, all that hard work, all that effort, all that preparation, all that stock is trash. You can maybe repurpose it, but its original purpose is no longer gonna happen. It's incredible, absolutely baffling for me to understand that a company in this generation would rather say, go fuck yourself, walk away, than to continue working under a specific regime. That is baffling in a way that we are in a interesting position where the worker has the power to walk away. The worker resource is more valuable than the actual time invested. Good Lord. Assumedly, since they all left together, I can assume that they have a plan in play. Someone out there is gonna get the collateral to start a new studio, and they will do this themselves. They wouldn't have walked away as a group if they weren't sure of their next step. And I wish them good luck. I wish them better working conditions. I wish that they don't get stingy, or they don't feel hurt, or they don't like get all jaded from this to become the villain that they live long enough to become the villain that they fought. So that's where we're at with the universe. Godspeed. Whoa. Speaking of PS5, Joe, no, we'll go over here. Whoa. This one scares me because I get copyrighted. Legs me home. Alright, World of Warcraft Union hits out at their heartless Microsoft gaming layoffs. So speaking of the layoffs by Yensley Wienpool over IGN. Communications of America has heavily criticized Microsoft's announcement of further 650 layoffs from its gaming business, with the one union formed to represent Activision Blizzard's World of Warcraft team calling the cuts heartless. Obtained by IGN Plan 64, Activision's conference said no game devices were cancelled, no studios were being closed. However, two Activision Blizzard's development teams were also hit: Activision Call of Duty Mobile Team Studio and Blizzard's World of Warcraft Mobile Team. These latest layoffs mean Microsoft has cut an eye-watering 2,550 staff from its gaming business since acquiring Activision Blizzard for $69 billion in 2023. It's just even the pricing is a big fuck you to just everybody, and every consumer seeing this is like they're essentially paying a big fuck you. Like this is your money that we're using for this shit. Fuck you. Spencer made it clear that the cuts were related to the acquisition, but don't take it personally. It's okay. It's only your capital. In response to the CWA issued a statement hinting out at Microsoft's plans. Microsoft's decision to lay off 650 video game workers is an extremely disappointing move from one of the world's largest and most profitable corporations. The CWA said, news comes just after Sony Interactive and subsidiary Bungie announced 220 layoffs in late July. While none of these who are losing their jobs were represented by CWA, we understand how devastating layoffs are to the workers and families we hit. The CA also excluded a statement from Samuel Cooper, senior producer at World of Warcraft member of World Warcraft Gamers Mill. Wow, GG. Nice. Former part of the July, developers behind the World of Warcraft, one of the biggest, largest running MPOs, officially unionized. It is Blizzard's first ever wall-to-wall union, encompassing the entirety of game developing team instead of just one division like QA. WoW GG is officially recognized under the Microsoft Labor Neutrality Agreement and certified by an independent arbiter. Quote, every worker deserves a voice on the job and say over the impact of job cuts, Cooper said. While we would hope that a company like Microsoft with 88 billion profits in last year could achieve long-term success without destroying the livelihoods of 650 of our colleagues, heartless layoffs like these seems to have become all too common. We stand in solidarity with everybody who lost their job today and encourage all video game workers to join us and form unions so we can protect each other. End quote. The pressure is now on Xbox to deliver following Microsoft acquisition of Activision Blizzard's. Quote, we run a business, Spencer said. It's definitely true inside of Microsoft. The bar is high for us in terms of delivery, and we have to get back to the company because we get a level of support from the company that's just amazing, and that's what we're able to do. That just sounds like slavery. Fuck off. Pointing to the recent controversial comments of Sony Computer Entertainment Europe President said, who said laid off game workers should go to the beach for a year or drive an Uber for a year. Go to the beach for a year. These comments of the CWSA shows how insulated many executives are from the impact of their decisions on their workers. The past 2 years have seen over 200,000 video game industries lay off its biggest companies, including Microsoft, Sony, and embedded and basic groups, have not just cut jobs, but shut down entire studios. Closed Redfall, Arcane Studios, shocked by anger by industry peers and fans. Meanwhile, Embracer Group shut down Saints Row developer Volition 2023, among others. NetEase also reportedly lay off most of staff at Vision Mana developer Alka Studios, with plans to shut it down altogether. Amid these drastic cuts have been corresponding emergence of unions representing the video game industry. In July, Skyrim and Fallout developer Bethesda Game Studios became the first Microsoft developer to fully unionize under CWA. We are there. We're at the implosion point. It's pretty shitty. Listen, I've spent like almost 2 decades in the kitchens, right? I've seen how granted our times were being taken care of. It really showed me working with food will always be like the lifeline of humanity. You charge a certain price because you know certain people can afford certain things. You upprice certain products because you know that you can make something inexpensive expensively worth it if you add the right ingredients or if you add the right sides, or you can take a shortcut from this price of bread so you can give them a higher side potato, or vice versa. You get a shitty ass potato and you bake it so you can get a fucking brioche bun and make that fucking burger amazing. You consciously make these decisions because you understand the limits of what should be. There was a time when things were priced not because we needed the money, but because we valued our product. The food that we created had heart. The time it took to include our personal details meant something on every plate. And then we started cutting corners. And then we started overcharging. And then we started maximizing our profits. And then the food started tasting like shit. Not because it was the greens that we're using, not because it was the place that we were working, the equipment, but the people didn't give a shit. You will always have that one person who has more than enough to not give a shit. But the problem with that is that your leader who doesn't give a shit inspires you to give less of a shit. It's that simple. So, with all those shits given, we have to stop, in my opinion. But yeah, the beginning of the iceberg, the tip of the iceberg, is only visible. PS5 disc drives are selling out online after PS5 Pro review. It's by Zach Swain. Go talking. Yesterday, Sony officially unveiled PlayStation Pro after months of rumors and leaks. The souped-up console will cost $700 and will let you play mini games at higher frames. That doesn't come with a disc drive. The last part has seemingly led to a lot of people buying PS5 disc drives, leading in turn to the console accessory selling out on many sites. On September 10th, Sony announced the PS5 Pro, and the reaction was a lot of people going, "Holy shit, $700!" Makes people going, "Wait, I already read this last week." Nope, looks like the Xbox Series X and PS5 Digital Edition. The PS5 Pro doesn't include a disc drive, but Sony does offer optical drive that you can buy for about $80 and slap onto your PS4 drive. Disc drive will also work on PS4 Pro. PS5 disc drive not currently sold out. In 24 hours since PS5 was released, it has been harder to buy PS5 Blu-ray drive. Currently, Amazon, Best Buy, Target all sold out. For Walmart, according to Store Tracker, 100 people have bought PS5 drive in the last day. 200 people have in their cards currently. Meanwhile, Amazon disc drive is fifth selling. Currently selling physical copy. I think we read this last week. Not all the stores have sold out yet, as the disc writing indicates off past few, as I added one to my cart purchase for this. Then stock 2. Okay, it's probably sold out by now though. Pre-orders for PS5 Pro are planned to give live December 26th. Between now and then, I imagine it will be hard to secure PS5 disc drive, as people are planning to get PS5 Pro to buy a new one before its resellers snatch them up and try to sell them for 5 times the retail price. That's $400. That's obviously a hyperbolistic take, but $100 for the box sounds alright. They know. They know. I know. We knew. Everybody fucking knows. Scalpers are involved. We all fucking know. You're either with the program or you pay up the ass because you're a loser who got lost to bot, right? And like, fuck, man, I could say that and that could be me next week, but they fucking know, man. They fucking know, right? So, $120 for a PS5 drive, maybe. I could see it for $150. The box cost you $80 MSRP. Someone was selling that for like 90% upcharge is not crazy to think of, but that fucking statement in itself is crazy to think of. How the fuck did we get that far? So, for all of you who are interested in the Pro, who wanted this drive, I apologize. You will probably not get one until after Christmas. Realistically, probably till New Year's, unless they have some weird stock hiding in the background. But it bothers me because fucking Sony knows, man. They know. And yeah, sure, good for them. They sell out on the product that nobody was probably gonna buy. But dude, couldn't you just have gotten those disc drives, put them inside of the PS5, sell it for $700 flat, which would have been okay for all that bundled in, or $750. I would have fucking paid $750 for a disk drive, and you could have sold the diskless drive for $650. Yes, you're losing $50 out of the whole pie, but you're also still probably selling out on people who wanted the disk drive anyway. So you would have made those people plus the disk drive plus the dudes who actually wanted a disk drive already included. I would have given you 50 more bucks. I would have paid $50 for someone to not buy a disk drive just so I could have a disk drive. Because that's fair. That would have been fair. In a weird, stupid, unrealistic way, that would have been fair. But I don't even get that option. I can't even feel good about supporting a product in hopes that someone else can receive this product with me. Because I know a fucking bot will be there to scoop it up. So you might be asking, who is the PS5 Pro? Thank you for asking, Eddie Cucho over at GameSpot. There was a big video game industry news this week at Sony. After months of rumor and speculation, finally and officially unveiled the PS5 Pro. Disc-free system is more powerful than PS5 and boasts impressive technical specs, but the reaction online was mainly focused on its price tag, $700 USD. Many were left scratching their heads, wondering, who is this for? According to Circana analyst Matt Piscatella, the console is targeted at the price instead of PlayStation Ultra enthusiasts. Quote, told GameStop that, for the audience, the price point is not, quote, not a significant barrier. That the market for the PS5 Pro represents only a very small portion of the total PlayStation franchise. Those who may be interested in purchasing PS5 Pro are those who feel they must, quote, must have the latest and greatest PlayStation tech. Everybody knows someone who always buys the newest iPhone after all. As Piscatella reminded us, plenty of people paid $1,000 plus for a base PS5 Pro model in 2020. When the system came out, there were third-party sites due to shortages. And according to Circana's checkout services, PlayStation 5 already attracts the highest percentages of high-income household purchases than other console platforms in the US. Piscatella said, 49% of PS hardware's US buyers in the 3-month period ending in July 2024 had household incomes over to $100K per year, as compared to 43% of the Xbox Series buyers and 40% Switch buyers. Piscatella admitted that the PS5 Pro price at $700, and that's before tax and add-ons like the $80 disc drive, is expensive, but again, it's not aimed at the everyday PlayStation player. The analyst didn't have a firm prediction for the number of units of the PS5 Pro could sell at launch, noting it would be dependent on part of the number of units available. That being said, Piscatella said he believes the Pro could make up to 15 to 20% of all PS5 Pro consoles sold in the first 2 months. After launch, that percentage should go down in the 3 months after that, he said. Looking back at the PS5 Pro, Piscatella said the console made up about 13% of the total lifetime PS4 unit sales and about 15 lifetime PS4 dollar sales. I'm estimating PS4 Pro to finish generation somewhere between 19th to 15th of total lifetime PS5 units, which is a slightly higher percentage in dollars because of the higher price, he said. $700 is a lot of money. There's no denying that. So Piscatella says he understands the quote mixed reaction online about the price tag in particular. But he pointed out that the reality of the video game market today demonstrates that people will pay more. The console market is strange in many ways. Some games have 250 collector's editions games, while others offer a few early days access so long as someone's willing to pay $100 for that game. Premium gamepads and headsets are offered at premium price points. The list goes on, he said. There was a time when only one version of a game, one version of a controller, or one version of a console existed, but those days are gone. Companies are trying to maximize the dollars they can generate from both price-sensitive consumers. There's been a bit of a painful transition for many console fans. I get it. That's where we're at. This trend's not to slow down anytime soon, Piscatella said. Piscatella's commentary largely matches up with what Piers Hard's rules of umpire analysis said earlier in the week in an opening letter. He wrote that the PS5 Pro is aiming at the enthusiast audience, along with people who have yet to play a PS5 at all and want to get the latest and best model. Harney Rose 2 said he understands the quote commentary surrounding the PS5 Pro hefty price tag, which is larger than the price gap between PS4 Pro and PS4 PS4 and PS4 Pro when the system debuted in 2016. PS5 Pro pricing reflects Sony's adjusted strategy to protect its margin, general supply chain of inflation, and lack of direct competition to its mid-cycle upgrading compared to the last generation where Microsoft is preparing to Xbox One X, Harney Rose said. The lack of competition means it is an easier decision for Sony to run with the higher price point to protect its existing margins. For most prospective PS5 consumers, the standard edition will present a value sweet spot. Harney Rose also talked about what he expects with the launch of Grand Theft Auto 4 in 2025, drive a wave of upgrades with a portion of the audience eyeing PS5 Pro to play a long-awaited Rockstar's title. The analyst also went on recording and forecast PS4 Pro sales at 1.3 million units during the launch window, which is less than the 1.7 PS4 Pro console sold at launch in 2016. Playing it safe there, bud. By 2029, the PS5 Pro could sell around 13 million units, Harney Rose, and this was put in line with the EU, which achieved that many consoles sold during its lifetime. In addition to announcing the 700 PS5 Pro, Sony this week raised the price of the DualSense controller by 5. This news came after Sony revealed that PS4 5 hardware sales were down about 27% year over year for the company's first quarter fiscal year of 2024, April 1st to June 30th. Historically, console prices drop over time due to the component costs coming down, but due to the pandemic and other factors, this isn't the case this time around. As mentioned above, the PS5 consoles prices have gone up in Japan and other parts of the world, but not the US. Sony has said its price increases are related to global economic conditions. For its part, Microsoft has also raised Xbox and Game Pass prices, leaving Nintendo as the only one of the big three consoles manufacturers to keep price steady this generation. Ouch. More on the PS5 Pro, but sure, check out the games. Okay, so it's there, man. That's the question I keep on asking. It's a rhetorical question, of course, but at the same time, maybe it isn't, because we could have priced this anything, right? At any point, we could have sold this any specific number of ways. But just like the Warner Brothers CEO said, as we're thinking as CEOs, because it's not on the shelf, we can't put a we can't price it, we can't put a number on it, and that's where the biggest disappointment comes from. Because it's true. Microsoft sucks balls. Can't get their fucking boxes to work. Stupid ass games are running 30 frames per second because they don't have a good scheduling and they don't really have anybody who gives a shit about making those games. So you have base ass workers who are part-timers who don't give a fuck and are giving you their base ass enthusiasm to make a base ass game. So it's true. Nintendo still doing their own thing, not jumping into the 4K space because they don't quote unquote need it, but then fucking making stupid ass Pokemon games that don't run but have a great story. We'll go back to Pokemon later. I love you. So yeah, it's true. We have a juggernaut in the video game space who no longer gives a shit about what anybody says that it's doing, because it's running around the Pride Lands like it owns the place, because it does. And like, you can go about this many ways, right? I remember a time when a big headed company released the PS3 for $5.99 before tax, after pre-tax, and the universe said, "What the fuck?" And the universe said no, but then granted, the universe didn't understand how much technology was being put into that box, so that was a misalignment with PlayStation player and the consumer. Uh, while there's maybe a good amount of people who would have wanted that box, would have paid that price for that box, the consumer would say, dude, that's not what we're paying. And anyways, what did that do for Sony? It slowed down their sales and made them rethink their strategies, made them reshell their box, made them remove components, and made them meet the consumer at the level that they were ready to meet them. It took a while to get there, but it happened, right? And that maybe was what eventually gave us titles like The Last of Us. Stuff that were riveting. Stuff that really like changed the needle, moved the needle as to what video games could be, what they stood for, what they represented. But there was a interesting moment where Sony had to come back down. Sony had a competitor in Microsoft in the 360 era that were dominating the multiplayer space. Microsoft, being Microsoft, obviously had the secret key to connecting the universe through the internet. And they were successful with Halo and multiplayer titles like such. PlayStation had to play catch up that generation, but it inspired a hunger, a creativity in them that inspired Infamous, Sly Cooper games, PlayStation's Battle Royale's All-Star, while I was still copying Smash Bros. It was still incredible to see that combine and come through. It was a shot in the dark, but it was inspired, and I had fun for what it was. And maybe it's my fault, because even when Sony releases a souped up PlayStation Vita for what was it, like $300, and nobody was buying it, I was there with my white Assassin's Creed Vita, because fuck yeah, white Assassin's Creed. So maybe it is my fault, right? I've inspired this company who was willing to meet me at a certain point. Meet us, because it's not about me. Meet us, the consumer, the players. And while we are happy about their success, while we enjoy them basking in their glory, it's also disappointing because we understand who they used to be, and we see clearly how this influxion of capital, money, how this addition of investors has skewed an image of what we were going for. Why don't we have Ghost of Tsushima 2? Why don't we have Last of Us Part 3? Why don't we have Naughty Dog's next game? Why don't we have Sucker Punch's next game besides it being Wolverine's Marvel purchased licensed title? Why don't we have Japan Studio doing something creative anymore? What is the direction? Because last time I checked, we were fucking busy making live service action games and then busy canceling them because tax write-offs. So, who is the PS5 Pro for? You in the dark, you know it all. Pretend. when Sony announced the price point, right? You saw it. I was there. You were there with me. We had a good time for the most part. It was a moment of seeing this thing being hyped because I was getting uh like images, hypeness, vibes of the PS4 Pro, right? I remember the PS4 Pro being 400, 550, $100 more, maybe $150 more. And I remember being excited for that because it had a little extra oomph. It was a little bit more intense, and I needed that because technology, Doug. And I had a 4K TV ready to go, and I needed to see what the next level of clarity of presentation was. And I bought one at launch. 550. Bought one at launch. It was black, right? And then they announced the white version, and I bought that one at launch. 550 launch, and I sold the black one, right? And then they announced a fucking God of War Ragnarok edition PS5 PS4 Pro, and I bought that at launch. Is it my fault? Is it my fucking dumbass who inspired them to keep on making this bullshit, saying 550 is it's easy, this kid will fucking pay for it up the ass? Because they're right. I did. I did. I fucking did. But circumstances were different. I had nephews. I was giving them my older stuff, and I was excited to give them a new one. And there was reasons for me to spend that money. There was enough of a reason for me to give a shit enough to support that idea 3 fucking times. Who is this for? So when Sony announces this shit without a disk drive, you saw that. You saw that initial reaction. Said, fuck, it doesn't have a disk drive. Okay, first fucking thing, go to Amazon, buy a fucking disk drive. I have that fucking disk drive. That was a fail from Sony from a consumer standpoint. Even then, I'll give them a fucking slide. Oh, they don't want the little stupid ass silhouette pictures looking stupid. They have the fucking 4 Pro, they have the slim edition of the 5, and they have a diskless Pro version, so it looks like the other PS5s. Okay, they're going for a fucking graphic marketing perspective. Without an option to purchase that disc with the console, dude. Who made that decision? Who made that choice? Why do the Slims have a SKU with a disk drive and without a disk drive, and why does the Pro not have a SKU for that? Who is the Pro for? $700. 2 terabytes, high-end spec, $700. I'm not mad about a price. A number is a number. That's a fucking price point that I will use a credit card for, and I will be done paying in a month. It's not about the fucking money. It's about the fucking intent. The fact that they're gating off the disc libraries to the professionals, the fucking pro players, is bullshit. It's an easy marketing tactic to sell discs, which is fucking working because of stupid ass fucking bots. And sure, don't net out on that sell. And if this is their grand fucking plan to make good on re energizing revenue, to make better things, to make up for Concord, to make up for the fucking wasted time of live service games that Andrew Holst and all that bullshit came through with. Maybe this is what we need, but it bothers me that I am giving them so much fucking rope and slack for this when they don't deserve it. It hasn't been something that we can both support for the longest time, because I know that the PS4 Pro is for the investors, for people to just fucking watch the scalpers go through and bump up that price to 1,000 easy. Because we're just trying to push the market now. The middle point was 750 with a disk drive, 650 without a disk drive, 700 without a disk drive. Inspire everybody to buy that disk drive. Sell out of disk drives, use up all your disk drives. But no, they knew what the fuck they were doing. They knew their actions, and they decided to have the scalpers have a day because it means that they would sell out. They chose the investor over the player. That's why I'm disappointed. I'm not mad. I'm disgusted that this is the state of play. We're the ones getting played. We just deserve better than this. In a universe where everybody's getting laid off because we just don't give a shit anymore. We don't need this right now, man. We could be doing so much better, but we've just gravitated to being a parasitic society where all we do is just suck capital off of each other, where our time isn't even worth the money. Our physical time and interest is worth less than the dollar signs that we are generating. And that is a disappointingly disgusting viewpoint and universe to live in. It has to change, dude. The only way I justify this purchase is I want one. I am the technological hound who loves understanding. I have a 4K OLED Sony flat screen that has VRR, that is ready to run all the bullshit bells and whistles. I have a fucking 2 terabyte hard drive lined up, ready to install to this bullshit ass device so I can have 4 terabytes of data. Who is this PS5 Pro? Because when September 26th hit and all those fucking bots sell out and you have to pay $1,500, $1,200, $1,000 for a box that doesn't come with a hard disk drive, ask yourself, who the fuck is this for? Because I'm disappointed and I'm tired. I'm tired of paying up the ass for shit that doesn't work. The shit that doesn't deserve to be. Wow. So, at least when I buy one, there'll be one less bot to fucking take it all away. Competition. Steam Deck drops for $296. Hey, yo, that's a great number. Right after the PS5 Pro reveal, even Campo over at GameSpot. One of the best times to get a Stream Deck. LCD model seeing their price slash. Deck LCD models, right? Cool. 336. That's not bad. Limited time deals on 2 decks will last through 11 a.m. PT on December 26th. Additionally, until September 26th. Sheesh. 26, that's right before the sale. That's because OLED, which arrived last year, which better screen and battery to help you build your library. Fantastical Steam Deck building right now, which helps you games like Beyond Steel, Kite Course, bigger fun, blah 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 blah. The game files compile list 30 games to check out. Blah 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 blah. So there you go. Meanwhile, Microsoft Gaming CEO Spencer seems to be keen on Xbox handheld, which could be seen as a Steam Deck competitor. On the flip side, Sony just unveiled the 700 PS5 Pro scheduled to launch in November. Yeah. So yeah, we're just gonna see more of this. People gonna be being people. Steam looks like it's doing its big push to something more householdy, and it seems like the Steam Deck is where it's at. I do want one of these, but obviously I don't have a PC library to build yet. So that is my biggest downfall of why I do not have one. But real talk, after this pro bullshit, if they priced that PS6 at a stupid price, I probably would just start investing in a PC rather than console at that point. So that's where things are. That's where I stand. Let's wait for the future. As money, Spike Chunsoft announces the opening of US, UK, and EU online stores. I'm late. Game developer Spike Chunsoft is making lots of money at the opening of online stores. EU and stores are now open for pre-orders of Master Detective Archives Raincoat Plus Lucid Nord limited edition for Steam. Limited games will depend on region as part of the launch. US will have limited sale of 10% off for purchases. Spike Chunsoft Tokyo Games Master Detective Raincoat New Archives. Game launched to PS5 and Xbox Series via Steam West in October. This game's physical edition. This game's digital disc, digital art book, digital soundtrack, and the physical Lucid Nord edition will include a voucher for Steam code with an otter box featuring artwork by Riz Kumata, a steelbook case, a spirited 6.5 Shinigami plush, a Noise Neon official soundtrack CD, printed copy of the original novel, How to Be a Master Detective, a Halara Nightmare case. Well, Halara? That's a new one. Cool. That's cool. Two things to note. Just like Square Enix, Spike Chunsoft is making its own website to sell video games because GameStop, I'm so sorry, no diss track. That's just a little glimpse as to what we're looking forward to. But aside from that, we had a playthrough of Master Detective Archives. Go watch that if you haven't seen it. It was really fun. And we just finished Danganronpa last night, which I just realized has terrible, terrible audio on my side. But that's what happens when you don't want to talk too loud. Sorry. Yeah. But here's something that nobody asked for. Joker 2 expected to open significantly worse than the first movie, despite Eddie Micucci over in GameStop. Folio Due opens in theaters next month, but how is a DC sequel expected to fare at the box office? It is poised for a gigantic debut, according to early ticket tracking estimates, but won't be able to match the pace of the record-setting original film in 2019. The movie is on track to set 70 million or more in North America alone, and is opening the weekend in early October. This would be well below the 96.2 million that Joker's earned domestically for its opening weekend. Of course, early tracking like this is far from concrete. Actual results may vary. Estimates may be revised closer to the movie's October 4th debut. Breakout success on the level that few might have seen coming. The movie was produced against a relatively modest 60 million budget that went on to earn more than 1 billion worldwide, making it one of the most profitable films in the history of cinema. The sequel is understood to have been made significantly larger budget, though. Director Todd Phillips said estimates a 220 million budget are absurd. Interesting. Foley Dude brings back Joaquin Phoenix as Joker, a role he won an Oscar for in the first film. Lady Gaga joins the cast as Harley, while Brendan Gleeson character, Kathleen Keener, and Steve Coogan also have roles, along with Zazie Beetz reprising her character from the first film. The movie had its premiere at the Venice Film Festival earlier this month, and reviews were all over the place, just like critical reception in the 2019 movie. Okay. Interesting note, this was originally back over there when we said things that were getting overplayed or oversaturized is just a note that we're taking note of here. Joker, a film that I think will be okay. I will watch it. It is just my prerogative to go watch it. Prerogative. And interesting that they're estimating that it won't sell as much. I think people will be interested in it. Maybe it is the idea of adding a Lady Gaga that throws people off. It just feels different. But hey, if people want to, they will have to wait and see. I do think that this is going to be something that can maybe shake up things a little bit different. The first Joker had a message that kind of reverbed in an interesting way. It's interesting to see how shittier the world has become since the last Joker movie came or premiered. It kind of just highlights the absurdity of what we're doing with ourselves, and I feel like this second Joker movie might have a little bit more of that, and I'm looking forward to that if they do have that in line. So here's to hoping something cool happens, but here's to expecting oversaturation takes a seat, because this disastrous Borderlands movie ends with a theater run with just 31 million, or by Yesley Yinpo over at IGN. Borderlands movie has ended its ill-fated run in theaters, having made just 31 million. Eli Roth directed action flick is a live adaptation of the Gearbox phenomenally popular looter shooter video game series. Kate Blanchett, Adriana Greenblatt, and Gina Johnson, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Kevin Hart, and Jack Black as Claptrap. Despite its star-studded cast, Borderlands crashed and burned at box office. Off the back of negative reviews and poor fan reception, IGN Borderlands review returned a 3 out of 10. We said Borderlands is a catastrophic disappointment. It plays like hacked to pieces studio schlop, betraying everything fans adore about Gearbox Studio franchise in derivative, regrettable fashion. So there's that. Kate Blanchett as this girl. Is that who she was to play as? Interesting. Interesting. Alright. That's what that was. Alright, let's go through this. Oh, I don't want to see these. That's what that was. That's what that was. It's the most iconic look. That's what that was. Alright, well, they had a thing. Oh, shit. Well, yes, sir. Last night cinema was September 5th, as that date made a partially 31 million at the worldwide box office. This exports 15.4 million at US and 15.4 million internationally. Already reported Borderlands production budget 1.5 million, marketing and distribution cost at 30 million. Means Lionsgate has made a loss over at least 15 million on the movie. Indeed, Borderlands was such a disaster that the digital release came less than a month after premiering in theaters. Lionsgate revealed plans to bring Borderlands to theaters slowly back in 2015, which followed a 9-year development cycle that saw the project solely cumulatively A-list talent that confused core fans of the video games. While big names have players intrigued, many questions whether some of the cast choices line up with the characters each actor will be playing. Those concerns grew when fans got a glimpse of the suited up cast and learned that writer Craig's Mind's names removed from the film's credits. Concept art. Movie then went on to open to less than positive reviews from critics. Reception was so disappointing that Take-Two Interactive CEO Strauss Zelnick felt compelled to ask fans to give the film a chance. Clearly, few did. The franchise's futures in film remains unclear, but we do know its gaming history will eventually continue with Borderlands 4, which has received a much warmer reception. Wow. So that's something to look into. Oversaturation on something that was never produced. No, but I guess the oversaturation of like how long it took to get this thing to get going. But even then, it's the idea of video games being like captured by Hollywood, by the media, by fucking what's her name? Sherelle LaPone? Pony Girl? Pony Girl. Let's call it Pony Girl. Repel Sharon. I don't know if we're fucking name. The fact that these things are being used as like interest points for people to spend money, right? And not to say that Borderlands didn't have like heart behind it. Some of its things had like direction. Some of the sets were okay. I guess even then it's being a little too much, giving it too much credit. But still, like, they tried. They really tried. Didn't work out because it wasn't the right people. Damn. I saw it. Doesn't matter. I tried. Something. Just really think about it. Yeah. Just who is this for? Who was invested? Who wanted the money? Who wanted this? More than anything in the universe, who wanted this specifically? This version with these people, with these stars, with Jack Black as Steve? Let's find out. Because Constantine 2, producer, too scared to re-script. Because I want it to be good so bad. Give them hell. Still hanging out with Yasu Pool. Thank you, homie. Constantine 2 has a script, as producer confirmed, but he's so scared to read it. Speaking to comic book producer Lorenzo de Bonaventura, said the script for the sequel to Keanu Reeves' 2005 cult classic Constantine is in his inbox, but he's too scared to read it because he's desperate for it to be good. You know, it's in my inbox right now. Funny enough, he said. I'm too scared to read it, though I want it to be good so bad. I'll probably read it in the next few days when I get on an airplane. John Constantine is an occult detective and exorcist who appears in DC Comics. Off the back of his success with The Matrix, Reeves played the character in 2005 live-action adaptation, which went on to become a cult hit. Over the near 20 years, fans have called the for a sequel, with Reeves himself saying he'd love to make it happen. Fuck yeah. Clearly, though, fans shouldn't hold their breath for Constantine 2, with the script now only doing the rounds. It will be some time before any production begins, if it begins at all. And with James Gunn's rebooted DC Universe, oh fuck yes, set to kick off this December with Creature Commandos and next year with the long-awaited Superman movie, it remains to be seen how Constantine might fit into the plans. Perhaps, more than likely, is a Constantine movie set in a separate DC universe, such as Elseworlds, which is home to the upcoming Joker, Folio Dogs, and Batman and the Batman Part 2. Last year, Warner Bros. Officially confirmed that Keanu Reeves-led Constantine 2 was still in the works, although we have heard little since. Oh, why do you actually have the audio back there? So yeah, that's cool. I actually really like Constantine. Cult classic. I didn't know people were into it like that, but that's cool to know that they are. I do like. So if we get more Keanu Reeves, and I think having an older Griffith Constantine from Keanu Reeves would be really cool. So let's see if they still have the stuff, and if they can make the CGI a lot more intense. Looking forward to that. Just like people should be looking forward to Watch Dogs movie is finally done, 10 years after it was announced. It's by Eddie Makuto for GameSpot, we're almost there. Watch Dogs movie, it's 4, I should start our area, based on the video game, has finished filming. Ubisoft, a new agency, has announced the company celebrated the achievement by sharing a photo with director Mathieu Turi on location filming a scene from the movie. Turi was an assistant director on Quentin Tarantino's Glorious Bastard and was the sole director of The Deep Dark and Hostile. The film was announced in 2013, but stalled multiple times, as many Hollywood productions do. Production officially got underway in early July, so the film had a relatively quick shoot. Tom Blythe, who starred in the Hunger Games prequel, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, will play a lead alongside Talk to Me, Sophia Wilde. Turi is staying in business adapting video games for the big screen, as he is also developing a series based on the Plague Tale games. The Watch Dogs movie was announced a year prior to the game's debuting in 2014 and was originally set up at Sony Pictures. Watch Dogs, the game proved popular, and sequels to Watch Dogs 2 and to Watch Dogs Legions followed. The series used places like Chicago, San Francisco, and London as heading across three installments, as open-world games feature futuristic hacking and gadgetry. However, there continues to be no word on the setting or story for the movie version. Beyond Watch Dogs, Ubisoft's long in development Splinter Cell and The Division movies remain MIA. One of Ubisoft's biggest video games movies so far was the 2016 Assassin's Creed, starring Michael Fassbender, and it earned more than $24 million at a global box office. For more, check out GameSpot. So, Watch Dogs movie. I remember hearing about this. I remember being interested in it. Watch Dogs is a series that I liked. It is very Assassin's Creed core, and I enjoyed it. However, I have never played any of the games. That is something that is still in the box that has not been opened. So, with the purchase of the PS5, just kidding, with the PS5 Pro, no, I'm just kidding. Not really, but I am very interested in playing Watch Dogs in the future if we have time with that. But a movie would be pretty cool. I think if Ubisoft continues trying to do good stuff, and they can have a name for it, they go, "Ooh, make a name for themselves." But if they're kind of just like spitballing because they're throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks, then they're gonna lose capital real fast. So Ubisoft, in a weird place, still the company that we expect things from, but they kind of usually undersell for one reason or another. I'm thinking about Star Wars Outlaws right now. That's not doing the best. It's not the best developed, but it has like that graphicsy feel to it. So it's a good start. It just doesn't have the heart. So let's just hope that the movie industry gives them the push that they need. Would like to see a Watch Dogs movie. Interesting. Destiny fans to be credited and paid after Nerf gun. Oh my god. Alright, cool. Deathification. Okay. It's by Blair Marnell, GameStop. Okay. Gaming weapon was getting nerfed means I'm no longer useful as it was. But Dungie's new Destiny 2 Ace of Spades replica gun is actually working. Nerf gun. Fuck you. Gun that was posted online nearly a decade ago. Now, Destiny 2 fan has come forward to accuse the company using a design lifted from their own original work, Nerf gun that was posted nearly a decade ago. Update: Bungie said that it's in contact with the artist Tofu Bunny to ensure they are paid and credited for their work. The artist added in a tweet of their own, The situation with Bunch is resolved. They've been nothing but nice professional with me, and I'm very grateful. Jesus. Social media, Tofu Bunny posted a link to original artwork for the base Guns 2025. Place images of artwork side by side with the upcoming release. There's definitely some strong similarities between the two, almost on one-to-one basis. Curious. What's the other one? Oh, okay, I see what you mean. They drew that. Ah, fucking close it. Anyways. Kids getting paid because they thought they could steal from him. But hey, man. He got his money. He's getting paid. And I didn't really understand that if you draw it as an online thing and then someone designs that product after your drawing, technically you have the right. Wow. Now we know. Powerful. Just like no creators have no idea their villain would be in Venom 3, and now they're asking to be paid. Ryan Sigmund, Donnie Creates, takes social media. This is by Cat Bailey over at IGN. Venom Last Dance debuted a new trailer on Thursday, and one of his key characters was Null, the Eldritch God of Darkness, who created the alien symbiotes. Donnie Creates, as Ryan Stegman, two of the creators who helped bring Null to life were among those taken off guard by his inclusion, and immediately took to X, Twitter, to express surprise. Yes, I did co-create Null. No, I did not know until today that he was going to be in Venom The Last Dance. Yes, I do expect to finally be able to afford that lazy river moat around my house. Ryan X-Men Stegman. Quote, yes, I did create no, Last Dance, wrote Sigmund, who penciled Venom Volume 4, Number 3, where Null made his official debut. Okay. Donnie Creates, who wrote the comic, tweeted an imagery saying, money, with caption LOL. IGN has reached out separately to Creates and Sony for comment, whether it's ultimately up to individual publishers of their contact terms or whether they will receive money. Marvel has a mixed track record compensating comic creators for the character. Jim Starlin is among those who fought bitterly with Marvel for compensation over the use of Thanos in Avengers movies. It's unclear whether those terms will be different with Sony involved. Cinematic review. Encouragement was part of a new trailer showcasing Venom The Last Dance ahead of its October release. We wrote an external article, no explainer, Marvel's 2018 Venom comic, dramatically overhauled the mythology of symbiotes, including Null, by introducing Null, their god and creator. As the series revealed, Null is one of the oldest life forms in the Marvel Universe, existing in a lifetime where everything was bathed in shadow and silence. But as light began to creep into the universe and Celestials began the process of seeding life, Null took this as a personal affront. He forged the very first symbiote in the form of a weapon, all black, the Necrosword, and began killing Celestials in retaliation. The rest of the film will star Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock as he and symbiote go on the run, hunted by both of their worlds, and with the net closing in. Both of the previous Venom films received mixed reviews, but they earned a cult audience thanks to their campier elements. Last Dance will be out on October 25th. Yes, Cerritos, it's true. You want to get paid for the things you do, but for me, look, I saw the trailer, right? And I was like, oh shit, that's Null. And I didn't think about it. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. They're gonna go with Null. But if you think about it, these fools didn't fucking know that their creation was going to be used in the movie. And the fact that the movie creators were like, yeah, we can use that. Holy fucking shit. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, man. So just the auto initial contracts called for 20% payment to shank down 5,000 for each of the creators. Yelena Belvin, Forest Blues character Black Widow, extreme most of the returns remain up to 8 cents. Yeah, so it's pretty intense. So we'll have to wait and see how that kind of pans out. But dude, that is really crazy that you could just make something and that the universe could just be like, no, that's our shit now. If they don't have the right all its application. Holy shit. So I mean, Venom 3 looks cool. I'm looking forward to it. I will watch it obviously, and we'll go from there because I like movies. I like supporting movies, but they gotta support the people who are creating these things too. You know, there's gotta be heart inside of them. So I gotta believe in the dream because Cinema Nights to screen 4 Gundam films in U.S. theaters in 2024-25. Gundam Trilogy screens in October. Char's Counterattack screens in March 2025. Iconic events releasing Anime Expo announced on Wednesday.
that their latest installment of AX Cinema Nights program will screen 4 Gundam films. 3 schedules include Gundam Suit 1, October 2nd and October 6th, Gundam 2, Soldier Soldier 16th and 20th, and Gundam Suit 3, Counter Space 23 and 27th. Gundam Suit Charge Counterattack, March 12th and 16th, 2025. Damn, that's in the future. All screenings will be in Japanese with English subtitles. The company has announced their initial lineup for this year's AX Cinema Nights in July, which includes Ninja Scroll, Metropolis, Paprika, nice, and Cowboy Bebop, the movie. The event will also screen Baby Metal Legends 43, the movie, on December 11th to 15th. Ninja Scroll, I missed that one. September, January, Paprika. Shoot. AX Cinema Nights screen. The first AX screen, Royal Mod Princess Tennis, Decide. CGT anime film 2022. The event then screened The House of the Lost of the Cape, silent voice anime films in North America September and October 26th. Especially second AX Cinema Nights event screen Toshi Kon's Perfect Blue, Tokyo Godfathers, and Paprika films. And also the Ghost in the Shell and Cowboy Bebop movie anime films. Cool. Yep. Just continuing to see. What the fuck am I watching? Just continuing to see. Shit. Huh. Why not? Continue to see like just movies kind of make their scene in anime. Crunchyroll being the ones leading that press of showing these anime movies in theaters. Sony, right, being the first ones to do that. Obviously, we see Sony really making their rounds with the movie spectrum. We like to see that, but we just hope that it's fair to everybody. I've been going to the theaters for a while now. Yesterday we saw a little bit more films, and it was interesting to see that the theaters were feeling a little bit more filled. So I think people are slowly coming back, and I like to think that anime films have been a good part of bringing people to these theaters locations again and re-hyping up that cycle of like revenue, but more than that, just like enthusiasm for the theaters. I love movie theaters, so I hope they keep on coming. And the boys and I are actually gonna play D&D, and then go watch Dun Dun Dun, the film, over at the theaters. So there's another example of how that's working out. So thank the Lord for anime films and Sony for being the ultimate liaison between those two. Just bring down the console price, damn it. Because two very intense Disney adults spent $400,000 trying to get back into the Parks exclusive club after 33 after being banned. My wife and I are both dead set that this is absolutely wrong, and we will fight this to death. This is by Madeline Fitzgerald over at Kotaku. California couple says that their retirement plans were set back 5 years after they lost a lawsuit against Disneyland following the ban from exclusive Club 33. From 2012 to 2017, Scott and Diana Anderson paid the club's yearly $31,500 dues, though the fees were just a drop in the bucket for Disney fanatics. The Andersons, who were both 60 years, estimate to spend around $125 annually visiting the happiest place on earth. The Los Angeles Times reported. Club 33 is an exclusive dining venue which is furnished with props from Disney films, original animation cells, and Art Nouveau design features. The Andersons were on a waiting list for more than a decade before admitted into Club 33. The match came to an abrupt halt on December 3, 2017, when Scott Anderson was allegedly found by security guards showing signs of being intoxicated. The guards told jurors that, in addition to slurring his words, he was struggling to stand. Anderson's breath smelled of alcohol quite a lot. Permanent ban followed a previous suspension for Diana Anderson after she allegedly used foul language at Club 33. Oh, no shit. The Andersons asked that Disney reimburse them for $10,500 of the 4 months in 2017 they paid but could not use. They also requested an additional $231,000. According to Los Angeles Times, the couple lost their case but planned to appeal, even in the face of mounting legal bills. "I'll sell a kidney," Diana Anderson told the outlet. "I don't care." The Andersons' attorney, Sean Macias, did not dispute that Scott Anderson had been drinking that evening, but argued that most of his symptoms were actually triggered by a concurrent vestibular migraine. During a civil trial, Mice has criticized the park for failing to administer a breathalyzer test. They have not established that Mr. Anderson was intoxicated, Macias told jurors. He doesn't even want to be known. He doesn't want to be known as drunk. Disney attorneys Johnson E. Phillips told jurors that the Andersons were simply trying to avoid the consequences of Scott flouting the club's rules against public intoxication. Scott cost his wife of 40 years her lifetime dream of having access to Club 33, he said. Shit. Damn. That's the one way to fucking say that. The legal battle has costed more than just Diana's dreams, Scott told the Los Angeles Times. The trial set the couple back $400,000. My wife and I are both dead set that this is absolute wrong, and we will go to the death. We will fight this to the death, he told the outlet. There's no way we're letting this go, end quote. This story originally appeared on the Courts, Our Sister's Strike, on Monday, September 9th. Courts, huh? Yeah, dude. Who is it for? Who is it for? So, whatever. I don't have much to say about this. If you're spending $4,000 to be part of a club, you clearly don't have any friends. But you, I don't know, man. There's a line, isn't there? And then, until someone says it's weird, she's gonna keep on being weird. So, I don't know. I just wanted to point this one out because people will go through the shit for when it becomes personal, right? For them, it's not about the money. They have all the money. They don't give a fuck. It's more about winning, because these people have never fucking lost. Maybe never lost in their lives, but these people have paid up the ass to not lose. They've been playing up the ass. They've been paying up the ass to just fucking do whatever they want. And there comes a certain point where, like, they finally, the big fish lands in the big fish finally lands in the ocean, the sea, and there's obviously bigger fish. Now they're complaining about it. So take that as well. People are people. People are gonna people. And if you're investing in this, I don't know. You just gotta be cool about it, I guess. Fuck, man. But you know who's not cool? Thieves allegedly steal 770,000 worth of Pokemon cards after asking store staff which were valuable. Prepare for trouble. Thieves are once again starting a Pokemon trading card game with a duo in Japan allegedly making off with 70,000 worth after asking staff which ones were valuable. Reported by NHK and translated by Comic Book, a Pokemon TCG store in Osaka was allegedly broken into at 7:30 a.m. While a pair of employees were closing up, the perpetrators tried the workers up and demanded not the Pokemon cards themselves, but insight into which ones were worth taking. Pokemon card thefts are on the rise given how valuable some cards are. The rarest sold in 2022 for more than 5 million, but as tens and thousands of individual cards exist, not to mention countless copies for most of them. It can be hard to differentiate between the good cardboard and the bad cardboard. I got complaints. Alleged Osaka thieves simply didn't do the research similar to a group in California who were mocked by staff in January and had to ask employees which cards were valuable. The staff simply knew their stuff, though. These made off more than 100 cards valued at 10 million, roughly 70,000. Tokyo police reported an unprecedented number of trading card thefts in the later half of 2020s. High-profile examples include a Minnesota store reportedly having around 25,000 worth of cards stolen, Tokyo Man allegedly launching a full heist on heist to acquire cards, and even an Alabama policeman was allegedly fired for pocketing cards in Walmart. Shit. Jesus. Fun loving me. It was all to protect the world from devastation. It was trying to people's love. It was trying to knee all people's within the nation. Jesus. It's not funny. Oh my god. Pokemon cards, you know? Pokemon cards. What's worth more than a Japanese yen? A fucking first edition Charizard. Where does it end? Where is the line? When we ask how expensive does something deserve to be? Who do we listen to? The people out there selling the card, making money off of your nostalgia, off of your emotions, off of your love? Or the person who spent their time, their years, gathering, absorbing, learning, honing these ideals to be the best that no one ever was. Who is this for? Same thing. Ooh, or from Zach Swain, thank you, Zach. And finally, one last thing to finish up on a note. The best game and movie jokes about last night's presidential thank you, American education, presidential debate. How many jokes can an internet make about transgender operations on illegal aliens who are in prison? What? If you watch the U.S. presidential debate between Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump on December 10th, I apologize for the psych damage you suffered alongside the rest of us. If you didn't actually sit down and watch it, you probably have heard a lot of wild quotes out of context of social media and news programs. I'm sorry to say that some of the nonsense that came out of Trump's mouth doesn't make any more sense if you saw it live. Harris has finally got to debate Trump this time around, as President Joe Biden was still in running during the June presidential debate. Well, the lineup is different, one truth remains. Debate is torture, but the posting is tremendous. Because posting through shit on social media is the only way half of us know how to combat the existential dread of watching politicians do nothing for you, the funniest people on the planet spend the debate on their phone spinning a wild web of reactions to health. Quote. These jokes often intersect with video games and other subset of nerd cultures. We gather a few choices of yours for the amusement. Some of the most notable jokes further include Trump quoting claiming Harris wants to do transgender operations to illegal aliens that are in prison, or is repeating the false story that claimed Haitian immigrants are eating people's pets in Springfield, Ohio. It would be hilariously unhinged if this kind of false rhetoric wasn't also likely to have real-world ramifications for people just trying to live their lives. Anyway, try to maintain your sanity and just have some laughs. We're all going to need them. Can we move on from this issue already? In Springfield, they're eating dogs, they're eating cats, they're eating pets. Trump. I shouldn't say this. I shouldn't say this, but I'm in the city. There's a truck that's a little Pokemon. A beautiful Pokemon. The first Pokemon, I think. Harrison. Not true. Not true. They won't move the truck. 3 years. They could have moved it. They don't want you to catch it. The Mew. It's terrible. I have concepts of a plan, Arthur. I didn't see this. Arthur, let me tell you, Arthur. I have concepts for playing, Arthur. What? Doesn't even have anything. Okay. Me listening to my players make a plan how they're going to break into the castle. There's no reason to break into the castle. The transgender operation of the Ingolo aliens prison is a question. Wow. Emporio. Oh, he's talking about the female. What the hell? He's talking about freaking what was that movie? Rocky Horror Picture Show. Well, that's what happened there. Luffy. The illegal aliens and transgender operations. In presidential debate live stream. Silk song? No silk song. Trans aliens coming out of prison looking fabulous. I want to see a Rocky Horror Picture Show. Operations on illegal aliens. A key point missing in laws is supposed to be the analysis that Trump claims about immigrants eating pets almost perfectly syncs up to a piano in a piano. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening.
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people.
Gets better. Oh god, that's good. What the fuck? comes with this shit. Okay, transfer. Opinions on legal issues who are in prison. I better go supervise for this. I have concepts of a plan. My back. Shaders. Dodged it like it's a quick time event. Left my own. Let's go.
Former president, as president, invited them, and this former president, as president, invited them, and this former president, as
anyone say motherfucker? This is the first time watching debate. She lost summon his slime on. She's coming in children in chocolate factory and coming out. Trump keeps losing it like a Phoenix character when they're showing it. Can I see this? That doesn't show a picture. After the debate, they went and settled it. Let's see what they got. Halo 1v1. Oh my god. Odds are we'll be doing this song and dance soon, as Harrison requested a second debate with Trump immediately after the first. I say Trump would be declining considering how weird and incoherent he was during this one, but when has that man ever shown an ounce of shame? There you go. Something to season your existential dread. If you're in America, we have something to look forward to. But fuck, man. It's what we do with what we got that defines us. So, at the end of the day, who is the PS5 Pro? I'll leave that up to you, but I'll be there. And all I really have to say is that if you're getting your shit free from PlayStation, like as a marketing gift or whatever bullshit you want to call it, you don't get a say in this. Because that's the whole point. When a company, let's get into the economics of this fucking shit, I said we wouldn't do this last week. When a company sets aside a certain budget to give shit away, it's because they're gonna write it off as a tax write-off. It counts like as a volunteer-ish. So who is paying for that free PS5 Pro that IGN or Kotaku or whatever is getting, if they get one? Again, I'm just speaking from past experiences where, because the console is coming out, certain market spaces get this console to preview it. That makes sense. It gave us the 511 of what's going down, how it runs, all this stuff. But I don't want those fucking people saying that this is normal, that this is okay. Because, dudes, you're welcome. You're fucking welcome. We enjoy you. We love you. We love getting your opinion because while we could do this shit ourselves, it's nice to feel vindicated. But I understand that your pockets are lined with Daddy's PlayStation's money. And that's fine. I would love to be sponsored by PlayStation. I have a fucking tattoo on my arm. Sure. But that doesn't... My respect of a PlayStation obviously means different. I believe in the company that fucked up real bad, yes. They're Japanesey and they didn't really understand what the Americans wanted. But they humbled themselves. They respected the culture. They learned the craft. And they became their own person. Now, with an Americanized Sony Entertainment, we're just another Apple. Who's excited for the new Apple phone? Are you gonna buy it? Who's it for? Jeff. thanks for hanging out. Your boy has to get ready to go play some D&D. I don't know where any of my stuff is, so I'm so terrible, and I gotta get going soon. So you probably will not have the thumbnail up ready to go, but I promise I'll make it when I come back from watching all the movies and stuff. So until then, thanks for hanging out. It's been your boy. I love video games. I love entertainment. I love electronics. I love connection that comes with the stories that are written from our hearts. I care about the human soul. I care about the human condition. I don't want to live in a place where it's all me all day, every day. I don't need a CEO to tell me how to live my life. I don't need a CEO to tell me how to build a house. Just need us to coexist. We already have enough enemies. Nobody has any enemies. Don't make it shittier. Till then, hope you stay cool, stay happy, and take care of each other. It's a universe, not a world. What is happening? It's got my sparks. I don't know what I did to the thing. I'm gonna do something funny. Daddy, me too. Club in my house. People are here. I don't know what to do about that. Something is bubbling. I think I got this. Hikayo. Like that? I'll say it. I think I got it. Oh. Wasn't it doing that? Last one. Sister. Woo. Oh, that's a B, not an A. Okay, headphones in. I can't do the thingy. Oh. Whoa, something's wrong with thingy. Stand up and criminal. No, I can't. Don't tell me no. Something's wrong with the thing, but you. So do so carry on. Last one. That's loud. No. No. Sister, I'm not a poet. You never had a chance. Believing you can understand. Just do so carry on and on and on. Wow. I had it earlier. Yes.
Going after something I'm never good. If this is what you want, then fire. This is what you want, but who's gonna save me?
That's a very.
I'm about to get low.
So I do want to try this one more time because.
Okay, cool.
Okay. I'm silly.
So much fun. Poet, so coming on, never you can. Wow. I love it, I'll leave it, you can't understand. I'm pretty fast, but you feel so carry on and on and on and on and everything. It off my. Whoa, sounds weird. Ha. Love is red, clothes on your coffin door. What's life like bleeding on the floor? And the floor and on the feeling. I wear this on my sleeve. And why give me a reason to believe? So give me all your poison, and give me all your pills, and give me all your hopeless hearts to make me heal. You're running after something that you'll never kill. And I will. Bitch, all you want, but who's gonna save me? Hello, blackness, and yacht and the stopping sun, and the scar that makes you run and run and run and run. On my sleeve, never a reason to believe. And giving all your poison, and giving all your pill, and giving all your hopeless heart to make me you. You're running after something that you'll never kill. If this is what you want, then fire I will. I don't know this. Nope. I wear this on my sleeve. Give me a reason to believe. Give me fuck. Give me what I need. Give me a reason to believe. Giving all your pills and giving all your hopeless heart to make me you. And going after something that you'll never kill. If this is what you want, then the fire I will. So give me all your fire, give me your fire, fire, this is what you want. Something like that. Sheesh. Something like that. Well, if that was an interesting way to end that, and I think we'll
and I think we'll figure out something in the future. So, with all that, I hope the audio balance was not too terrible, but I think it all worked out. And for now, I bid thee adieu, but I also hope that we have fun. So, yeah, man. Yeah, man. If anyone asks you, we're not disappointed about the price. We're not mad about the price. We're just disappointed. We'll have to wait and see how the universe reacts and functions in this new age of technology and its price caps and its gentrification of technology. So let's not pretend it's not what it is. Let's be cool about that. Let's be nice to each other. Let's hope for a better tomorrow. But until then, it's been your boys. Copy Stitch and EXP66. So with that being said, wishing you an awesome week, better tomorrow. Good luck on that PS5 Pro pre-order. Fuck those bots. I'll see you next time. But until then, it's been your boys. Wishing you a better mañana. Hasta la próxima. Ya. Ya. Mátane. Just give me in my sleep. I will avenge my ghost with every breath I take. I'm coming back from the dead, and I'll take you home with me. I'm taking back the life you stole. This hell you put me in wasn't deep enough, and I'm coming out right now. You're running out of places to this I'm here, and when you go, just know that I will remember you. If living was the hardest part, there'll be the day be together, and when the end will fall apart just like jealous, and then I will be with you. I'll be there one last time now, and when you go, just know that I will remember you. If living was the hardest part, I'll be with you. I will remember you. I don't know the chord for that.